Stop scrolling. This message found you for a reason. Right now, in this exact moment, I see you. I see the weight you have been carrying in silence. I see the battles you fight behind closed doors. I see the prayers you whisper when no one is listening. And I am telling you today, chosen one, that your season of hidden struggle is ending. What I am about to place in you will change everything. But first, you must understand why this peace has eluded you for so long. You are reading these words because something in your spirit recognized that this message carries what you have been searching for. The peace I am giving you today is not like anything you have tried before. It is not positive thinking. It is not managing your thoughts better. It is not the temporary relief that comes when circumstances improve. This is my peace, and it operates in a completely different realm than the peace the world offers. Let me be clear about what I am not giving you. I am not giving you the peace that depends on your bank account being full. I am not giving you the peace that requires your relationships to be perfect. I am not giving you the peace that only shows up when your health is good and your future is certain. That kind of peace is fragile. It lives and dies by your circumstances. The moment something goes wrong, it vanishes. The peace I am placing in you right now exists independently of everything happening around you. It does not wait for the storm to pass. It does not require you to fix what is broken. It does not demand that you have all the answers before it becomes available. This peace was present in the boat when the storm was raging. It was present in the garden the night before the cross. It is present in your life right now, in the middle of whatever chaos you are facing. I know what your mind has been doing. I know the endless reviewing and replaying of scenarios. I know the calculating and the planning, and the trying to stay one step ahead of disaster. Your mind thinks it is helping you. It thinks that if it can just figure out every possible outcome, if it can just predict every potential problem, then you will be safe. But that mental activity is not wisdom. It is anxiety dressed in the clothing of preparation. Here is what I want you to understand. The peace I give passes understanding. Read that again slowly. It passes understanding. That means your mind cannot create it by thinking correctly. Your understanding cannot generate it by analyzing your situation thoroughly. You cannot arrive at this peace through mental effort, no matter how disciplined or spiritual that effort is. This peace comes from outside your understanding. It comes from me. And the only way to receive it is to stop trying to manufacture it and simply let me give it to you. If you are feeling this message deep in your spirit, type "I receive your peace" in the comments below. Let that be your declaration that you are opening your hands to what I am giving you today, regardless of what your circumstances look like or how impossible peace has felt. And if this word is strengthening your faith, share it so others who are fighting the same battle can receive what they need at the right time. Now let me name the specific thieves that have been stealing your peace, because when you can see them clearly, you can begin to recognize them when they arrive. The first thief is the future you cannot control. You have been living in scenarios that have not happened. Your mind has been constructing worst-case possibilities and treating them as certainties. You have been feeling the emotions of situations that exist only in your imagination. This is not planning. Planning is wisdom. But you crossed over from planning into a territory where you are trying to control outcomes through the sheer force of mental rehearsal. And every time you run that scenario again, you are choosing anxiety over trust. The second thief is the past you cannot change. You have been carrying regret like a backpack full of stones. You replay the moments you wish you could redo. You review the words you wish you could take back. You imagine different versions of your history where you made better choices. But chosen one, the past is not a place you can return to in order to fix it. The only thing you can do with the past is release it into my hands and let me redeem what you cannot repair. The third thief is comparison. You look at other people's lives and you measure your interior against their exterior. You see their highlight reel and compare it to your behind-the-scenes struggle. You assume their peace is real and yours is defective, but you are not seeing what they carry in private. You are not witnessing their 3 a.m. anxiety. You are comparing your whole truth to their partial presentation, and that comparison is robbing you of the peace that is already yours. The fourth thief is the relationship that refuses to be what you need it to be. You have been trying to change someone who is not ready to change. You have been waiting for them to finally understand, finally apologize, finally show up the way you need them to show up. And every day they do not change, you lose a little more peace. But their transformation is not the condition for your peace. My presence in you is the condition for your peace. Release them from the job of being your peace giver. That job belongs to me alone. The fifth thief is the burden of being responsible for outcomes you cannot control. You have been carrying the weight of situations that are not yours to carry. You are trying to hold up other people's lives. You are trying to solve problems that are beyond your capacity to solve. You are taking responsibility for things that belong in my hands, not yours. And the weight of that misplaced responsibility is crushing your peace. Chosen one, I am not asking you to stop caring. I am asking you to stop carrying what only I have the strength to hold. The sixth thief is the voice that tells you that you are behind where you should be, behind where others are, behind where you plan to be by this age, this stage, this season. That voice measures your life against an imaginary timeline that was never mine for you. It creates urgency where I have placed patience. It manufactures pressure where I have offered grace. You are not behind. You are exactly where I have you, and where I have you is exactly where you need to be for what I am preparing you for. The seventh thief is the exhaustion of trying to be enough. Enough for the people who need you, enough for the roles you carry, enough for the expectations pressing in from every side. You have been running yourself into depletion trying to fill needs that were never yours to fill. But chosen one, you were never meant to be enough in your own strength. You were meant to be connected to the one who is enough, and to let his sufficiency flow through you. Stop trying to be the source. Start being the conduit. I want to give you 3 practices that will anchor this peace in your daily life. These are not religious rituals. These are practical tools for returning to the peace I am giving you when the circumstances try to pull you away from it. The first practice is morning orientation. Before you check your phone, before you review your problems, before you let the day's demands rush in, you speak this truth out loud. He is giving me a peace that my mind cannot understand, and I am receiving it today. This is not about feeling peaceful when you say it. This is about declaring what is true even when the feeling is not yet present. You are orienting your interior to the reality of my presence before the exterior gets a chance to define your interior. The second practice is midday reset. At some point in the middle of your day when the anxiety starts rising or the weight starts pressing, you stop for 60 seconds. You do not need to leave your desk. You do not need to close your eyes. You simply acknowledge what you are feeling and you say, I am not carrying this alone. The one who made me is holding me right now. And you let that truth sink deeper than the surface of your thoughts. You let it reach the place where the anxiety lives. The third practice is evening surrender. Before you go to sleep, you release the day. You do not review everything that went wrong. You do not plan every detail of tomorrow. You place the whole of it into my hands and you say, I trust you with what I cannot control. I release what I cannot fix. I receive your peace over the night hours. And then you rest, knowing that I do not sleep, that I am holding what you are releasing. These practices are simple, but simplicity is not the same as easy. They will feel hollow at first. They will feel like you are speaking words that have no power. But you are not speaking to make the words true. You are speaking because the words are already true, and your declaration is the way you align yourself with the truth that already exists. Let me give you something else that will help you hold this peace when the pressure comes. When you notice the anxiety rising, when you feel your chest tightening or your thoughts spiraling, I want you to do this. Place your hand on your chest, feel your heartbeat, and say out loud or in your mind, the one who set this heart beating holds me right now. This simple act reconnects you to the physical reality of my presence. Your body is not separate from your spirit. When you ground yourself in the physical sensation of being alive, you create space for the peace to return. Another practice for the moments when words feel impossible. When you are too overwhelmed to even form a prayer, breathe in slowly for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, breathe out for 6 counts. And as you breathe, know that I am breathing with you, that every breath you take is a gift I am giving you in that moment, that the rhythm of your breathing can become a prayer when words are not available. This is not meditation technique. This is physiological reality meeting spiritual truth. When you slow your breathing, you signal to your nervous system that you are safe. And you are safe because I am with you. Here is what to do when someone else's crisis tries to become your emergency. When their chaos threatens your peace. When their urgency demands your immediate response. Pause, even if just for 30 seconds, and ask me, is this mine to carry right now? Sometimes the answer will be yes. Sometimes wisdom means engaging, but often the answer will be, let me hold this. You hold them. You do not have to absorb everyone else's stress to prove you care. You can be present without being consumed. You can help without being depleted. The peace I give includes the peace of knowing what is yours and what is mine. I speak peace over your finances right now, over the pressure and the uncertainty and the fear that there will not be enough. I am not promising that the money situation will resolve overnight. I am promising that my peace will guard your heart and mind in the middle of the money situation. You will still take wise action. You will still work and plan and make responsible decisions, but you will do it from a place of interior quiet instead of interior panic. I speak peace over your health, over the diagnosis that frightened you, and the symptoms that worry you and the future you cannot predict. I am not promising that the body will not fail. I am promising that my presence in you is stronger than any weakness in your body, that the peace I give can coexist with pain, that you can be genuinely held by me even when you do not feel physically well. I speak peace over your relationships, over the tension that has not resolved, and the person who has not changed, and the distance that has grown between you and someone you love. I am not promising that they will suddenly become who you need them to be. I am promising that my peace does not require their cooperation, that you can experience deep interior rest even when the exterior relationship is still difficult. I speak peace over the decision you are facing, the choice that feels too big, the path that is unclear, the future that has multiple possibilities and no obvious right answer. You are not meant to have perfect clarity before you can have peace. You are meant to have my presence, and my presence is enough even when the clarity has not come. I will make the path clear as you walk it. I will give you the next step when you need the next step, but right now, I am giving you peace in the not yet knowing. I speak peace over your children, over the ones who are struggling, over the ones who are making choices you would not choose for them, over the ones whose futures worry you. Your love for them is fierce, and that love makes you vulnerable to fear. But chosen one, I love them more than you do. I see further than you can see. I am working in ways you cannot perceive. Your job is not to control their story. Your job is to trust me with their story, and to be present with them from a place of peace instead of a place of panic. I speak peace over your work, over the pressure and the performance and the feeling that you are always one mistake away from disaster, over the comparison with coworkers and the fear of not being good enough. I am not asking you to work less hard. I am asking you to work from rest instead of for rest, to let your value come from being mine rather than from your productivity, to know that your worth is not measured by your output. I speak peace over your body, over the ways it has disappointed you, over the ways it has changed, over the ways it does not look or feel or function the way you wish it did. Your body is not your enemy. It is the vessel I chose for your spirit in this life, and I am asking you to stop being at war with it, to receive it as a gift, even with its limitations, to care for it with kindness instead of criticism. Peace begins when the war with your own body ends. I speak peace over the thing you are waiting for, the answer you have not received, the door that has not opened, the breakthrough that has not come. Your waiting is not empty. Your delay is not my denial. I am working in the invisible places, preparing what you cannot yet see, and the peace I am giving you is not the peace of having what you are waiting for. It is the peace of trusting the one who holds what you are waiting for. Here is what I want you to carry with you. When the peace feels threatened, when the anxiety rises again, when the old patterns of worry try to reclaim the territory, come back to this truth. He is giving me a peace that my mind cannot understand, and I am receiving it. Not because you feel it in that moment, not because the circumstances have changed, but because what I have said is true, and what I have given is real. The peace is there, even when you cannot feel it. The root is there even when the fruit is not visible. Those of you who are receiving this word and want to partner with this ministry so others can find the peace you are finding, there is a way to support this work through the link in the comments. When you give with a heart of blessing, you open yourself to receive blessing in return. This is not transaction. This is kingdom principle. What you make room for in your hands, I can fill. But whether you give or not, my peace is yours today. It is not earned by support. It is given freely because you are mine. I want to speak now to the specific anxiety that wakes you at 3 in the morning, the fear that shows up when the house is quiet and the distractions are gone and you are alone with your thoughts. I am there in those hours. My wakefulness meets your sleeplessness. My peace is as available in the dark as it is in the daylight. You are not abandoned to your fear in those night hours. I am present, and the peace I am placing in you is beginning to change the quality of your rest. Let me address something specific that many of you are experiencing right now: the guilt about not feeling peaceful, the shame about still struggling with anxiety after you have prayed and believed and tried so hard to trust. Chosen one, that guilt is not from me. I do not measure your faith by the absence of fear. I measure your faith by your returning to me in the middle of the fear, by your choosing to receive my peace even when the feeling of peace is not present, by your willingness to declare truth when the emotions are declaring something else. You are not failing because you still struggle. You are succeeding because you keep returning. I want you to understand something about the nature of this peace. It is not the absence of difficulty. It is the presence of me in the middle of difficulty. It is not the feeling of calm. It is the deep knowing that you are held even when everything feels chaotic. Some of you have been waiting to feel peaceful before you believe you have received my peace. But the receiving comes first. The feeling follows. Sometimes immediately, sometimes gradually, sometimes in ways you do not recognize until you look back and realize that something fundamental has shifted in how you carry your life. Here is a truth that will set you free from the performance trap. My peace does not increase because you pray more or decrease because you pray less. My peace does not grow stronger when you have good days or weaker when you have bad days. My peace is not a reward for spiritual achievement. It is a gift from a father to a child, and the only thing required to keep receiving it is to keep returning to the one who gives it. Not perfectly, not without struggle, just returning again and again. That is enough. Some of you are realizing right now that you have been trying to earn this peace through spiritual performance. You thought that if you prayed more or read more or had stronger faith, then you would finally deserve to feel peaceful. But chosen one, this is a gift. You do not earn gifts, you receive them. And the only qualification for receiving my peace is being my child. You already qualify. The peace is already yours. Stop trying to become worthy of what I have already given you. Type, Lord, let your perfect peace reign in my heart forever in the comments if you are receiving this word as your personal declaration. Let this be your statement that something has shifted in this moment, that the peace is taking root in the specific soil of your specific life. I am proud of you for staying with these words. I am honored by the openness you brought to this time, and I am fully committed to continuing the work in you that this message has been part of. The work of establishing peace that passes understanding as the dominant reality of your interior life. There will be days ahead when the peace is very present and accessible. Days when the morning practice comes easily and the truth feels real and the interior is quiet. And there will be days when none of that is easy, when the anxiety is loud and the practices feel empty and the peace seems invisible. Both kinds of days are part of the journey. The good days are not evidence that you have arrived. The hard days are not evidence that you have failed. Both require the same response, which is returning to me with whatever is actually present and receiving whatever I have for you in that moment. Go forward from here with my peace on you. Not the peace of resolved circumstances or managed thoughts or perfectly performed spiritual disciplines. My peace, the peace I give, the peace that passes understanding, the peace that guards your heart and mind, the peace that was present in the storm and on the night before the cross. That peace is yours today. It was given in this message. It is active in you right now, and it is not going anywhere because what I give completely and without conditions. Type "I walk in the peace of God from this day forward" in the comments as your final declaration. Let that be the statement you carry out of this encounter and into your life. The declaration of direction and intention, and the receiving of what has been given. And if this message has guided you, strengthened you, and helped you see your path clearly, then like and share this message so others can receive it at the right time. My peace, your inheritance, received.